everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Final Over Tension, where we bring you a weekly review of IPL 2025 here on iCaptain Media with Brad Chalise and Ashik Lama and your host Sharvani Regmi. Today we will be talking about the matches from last week of the IPL, where we wrap up the regular season of IPL. Very bittersweet. Some highs for some teams and some lows, but this is the beauty of this game. We've seen Punjab soar to the top of the table, and RCB in the second, Gujarat in third, and Mumbai in fourth. So it's going to be a battle between these top giant teams, and soon we will know the winner of IPL 2025. But before we get to the finals, let's talk about the end of the regular season. I'm sure Brad is super happy because Punjab's at the top, like his favorite team, like he predicted. So things are going in his favor so far.
I know. It was always looked at a good team because they had a balanced side. So, and then I think kind of fortune also favored them in the middle when the IPL was pushed back. I think they don't have a major loss of players. So that also a plus for Punjab. So, looking at the team-wise, I always felt like Punjab has a better side on the both the batting and bowling unit. And having a captain who has won the IPL season last year, he had a statement to make, and not being in Indian team for such a long time and then coming back, he has some statement to prove, and he has done a fab job as a captain to lead his team. So yeah, I'm super happy with that.
Yeah, super exciting.
Yeah, I'm happy for you, but Delhi was fifth. It's not a good moment for me and Ashik, but we'll move past that and look on to the next season. Hopefully, we'll bounce back. Let's talk about matches from the last week. So let's talk about LSG versus GT. So Lucknow won the match by 33 runs. Of course, man of the match, Mitchell Marsh, who scored a century in that game. It was a very interesting game for sure.
A really high voltage game. Mitchell Marsh, amazing batting, amazing display. And for Gujarat, must be pretty disappointing because, they just wanted to win, set up a tone. But now that space for 1 and 2, it's been taken by two other teams, Punjab, Brad's favorite, as well as Royal Challenger Bangalore. Like, everybody has a soft corner for that team, right? For Gujarat, it must be a little disappointing because they did work very, very hard to be in this position. But losing those last 2 games of the regular season kind of put them down. But I'm just afraid, and I hope that the losing momentum doesn't continue until the next game, which will only push them to exit the tournament.
If you want to look at it, Gujarat has done a fab in the batting side. Top 3 has always scored. But if you look at the last 2 games that they lost, it's pretty no surprise there because they're chasing 235 and the top order failed. So Sai Sudarshan 21, Subhang 35. Nobody was able to score a big score. The only good thing on that LSG GT game was Mohammad Shahrukh Khan scoring some run so that they can use him at the playoff stages. And if you look at CSK and Gujarat Titans, they lost miserably, to be honest with you. They lost close to with over almost 100 runs. And if you look at that batting score, means the top order completely failed. And once that happens, there's no upcoming for Gujarat. So they have to keep that in mind. What they have to look at is like playing on the playoff. The top order matters a lot. If the top 3 is going to contribute, is the most important thing for them to win this IPL. So either Sai Sudarshan, Shubman Gill, or Josh Buttler has to continue scoring runs. So if that happens, yes, there's a huge high chances of them winning this IPL. Other than that, I think they did a good season, but you never know, it's cricket. But in my opinion, they still don't have a pure balanced side from a bowling unit. But if the batting unit clicks, yes, they might win the IPL.
Right. And with the Lucknow Super Giants winning that game, kind of gave them that a little bit of hope, thin hope, because there were still a few more games to go. And depending on the results of those games, the table could have turned here and there. And they gave everything at the very last game, and Rishabh Pant played like a captain's inning, right? But I think Royal Challenger had a different plan for the second innings, obviously anchored by Virat Kohli and Nitesh Sharma, right? Like coming off as a captain, playing that crucial game because that was also decided for them, right?
True.
Which position they're going to be at. So it was, I would say, preview of the playoff game for him.
Uh-huh.
They're going to continue leading the team during the playoffs, but what he did, the way he played, I think, he showed, there might be a new leader coming up in 2026. You never know, right?
You never know.
Right.
A lot of surprises, IPL.
Right. So, yeah, Sharvani, what else do we have on the box?
We have Sunrisers Hyderabad versus RCB, and this was a shocker. Sunrisers actually won the match by 42 runs, but no harm done to RCB. They're second in the table, round robin style. They get a second chance actually, so it was no harm done. And Ishan Kishan so close to scoring a century for Sunrisers. Consolation win for them.
I've mentioned this multiple times. Phil Sard has scored runs in this game, which is good for them. But if Virat Kohli would have stayed there for at least 17, 18 overs, they would have been for RCB, the biggest problem for them is losing their top line bowler, Josh Hazelwood, because he was one of the bowlers who can take wickets as well as, contain runs.
True, and it shows in Sunrisers Hyderabad's game because, they were not coming over with a full heart because they didn't have to win this game, but like Sharvani said, it was a morale booster. But then again, losing Hazelwood, what just happened was they allowed a team who's playing only for morale booster ended up scoring 230 plus runs.
Yeah, speaking of Punjab, I wanted to bring up Punjab versus Delhi, especially for us. I mean, Delhi won. Again, at what cost? It didn't even matter. Again, a consolation win by 6 wickets. It was a pretty good win for me personally. I mean, it was very interesting to see the top 2 teams actually lose and give these teams a consolation win, but at the same time, it doesn't change much in the table. What did you guys think of this match?
Well, you're right. You're 100% right. For Delhi, it was it was the enthusiasm a little too late. If they showed this energy, even last game, things could have been different.
So if you look at that, out of 6 games, last 6 games, losing 4, no result in 1, and winning 1 is not going to give them that number 4 spot. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be more challenging because the other second stage of IPL is more intense. I think for Delhi, losing the captain was a major setback.
So even if you look at Faf, he wasn't very impressive. He was below average.
Yeah, Faf du Plessis, we did not see the game we see from a player of his caliber, of course, and especially in the recent games, he came in late too, so it was very hard for him to fit in the squad.
But that being said, I think Delhi didn't do a lot of diggings in the later stages. They have to use a lot of good seamers too. I think they need to have a lot of seamers back up in the format to kind of continue. Because, batting wise, you can always replace an all-rounder in that situation. But bowler, it's very hard to replace.
Since Sehwag and Gambhir left, along with them, Shikhar Dhawan also left. But since then, there is no charming leadership.
Maybe the pressure might have pounced on Akshay at that point of time. They did well. They are just 1 point behind being in the playoff, to be honest. So I'm not gonna say they did horrible, but they would have done things a little better to be on the playoff, and they deserve that, to be honest, looking at the first 7-8 games.
So yeah, I mean, it like a lot to say, a lot to done, but hopefully we see 2.0 of Delhi Capitals next season, because even if we can see the problems, I think they can pretty clearly see all these problems, and hopefully we see a lot more premium all-rounder, premium players next season who can at least do better and bring Delhi in competition, right? They kind of went super down right after the middle of the season, so we don't want that. That's when that's when Mumbai Indian picks up.
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Mumbai and Delhi was Uno reverse.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, Delhi deserved to be there, but they didn't perform towards the end. I mean, it's going on for years and years. I'm kind of used to it. Let's talk about Chennai versus Gujarat Titans. Again, a surprise, a top 4 team losing to a bottom team. So Chennai won the match by 83 runs. I mean, it's a pretty big win. And Dewal Brevis scored half century for Chennai. So I think it was an impressive batting from Chennai in this game.
And if you look at Stephen Fleming's interview, what he said was they're not worried about it. They use the same method, same tactics, and they have multiple titles for IPL, and that didn't work out for them this season. It might work out. This is the balance of the team that didn't work out. The players didn't perform. They had a great balance, but for that, the players have to come and be in form or be positive or score runs or take wickets. So that's what matters to them. If you look at bowling side, Noor Ahmed at number 1. So, game at GT and CSK, all the top orders scored. So that's what we want to see.
Consistency wasn't there in the start and middle of the season, so it wasn't worth it.
Correct.
Now, I want to bring your attention to Mumbai Indians versus Punjab Kings. It was a very interesting game, of course, the top 4, 2 of the top 4 teams, but Punjab won very comfortably, actually, by 7 wickets, and Josh Inglis, again, 73 runs. I want to talk about Punjab's opening. Priyansh Arya, I mean, it was really nice innings from him. Overall, I think the batting side of Punjab is very powerful.
Chick, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, like I always say, you know, every time when I hear about Punjab, what I look at how much Shreyas scored. Right? So this tells me, like, you know, how the game went and what kind of inning did he play. So 16 balls, 26 runs, you know, came at number 4. It just tells me, and he's not out, right? So it just tells me how comfortable it was, because, you know, Arya, he just set up the stage at top. Because other than that, if you look at like Prav Simran, he didn't do too much, but Josh Inglis, he came in. So, you know, the top 3, when they give you like 100 runs, everything becomes super easy. Whether you're chasing 200, 230, 240, like it gets easier.
True. So yeah, as we mentioned, you know, this is going to be the game that's going to decide who's going to be number 1 and number 2, and then I was expecting Punjab to win. That's what they did. Talking about the game, I think Mumbai did pretty well to score 184. They also have a great bowling unit to defend that, but they could have scored a little bit more runs, but I think Punjab did really well from the bowling side of it. But if you want to talk about the batting side, Josh Inglis, as I said, he was warming up. He was scoring runs. Like, he came, like, you know, it's not like the first game he scored 100. It was like 20 odd runs, then 16 odd runs, then 30 odd runs, and boom, he showed the real talent, what he has. He was playing reverse sweep, scoop, you name it. There are 2 different batting styles going on. Priyansh Arya was like striking the ball, drives were there. It was like more of a clean strike. But, you know, Josh Inglis was completely different. He was playing a different inning. He was like, you know, creating shots. Like, I was looking at Surya Kumar Yadav with Josh Inglis at this point of time. And coming into subcon and playing these kind of games was amazing. So, as we mentioned, remember, if we talked about this, right? You know, dropping Maxwell and bringing Inglis in was one of the very good decisions that Punjab have taken, and I have mentioned that in the past episodes that this guy is gonna shine and win some games for Punjab. So that's exactly what he did. That 73 runs was amazing inning that Josh has played.
Definitely.
And on one side, on one thing that I'm worried about Mumbai is, like, you know, on this game, Bumrah is the only one that has bowled really well. So the worry that might be for Jasprit or Mumbai would be if the opponent is gonna attack Mumbai. I mean, Jasprit Bumrah for 2 or 3 of his overs, they will have no clue what they're gonna do for rest of the bowlers. So they might concede a lot of runs at that point of time. So anybody who's playing against Mumbai, attack Jasprit Bumrah, not anybody else.
True, but I think they do have Trent Bolt and Deepak Chahar to kind of maintain that workload if Jasprit Bumrah is being charged.
Sure.
And what happens is, if you give Jasprit Bumrah death over, now he's more lethal. So I think they're not gonna attack him, because they're not gonna give him that opportunity to attack him.
What I'm saying is, you know, there should be another bowler who has to step in along with him to win the game. They would have, as I said, 187, 184. Why didn't they defend it? There was only one bowler who kind of supported or, like, you know, backed Mumbai at this point of time. And what they did is, like, you know, they played him pretty well for over 20 for 1 wicket. They didn't lose any wicket, being a strike and economical bowler for Mumbai. And that's where Punjab won the game.
True. But, you know, let's just mind each of us. We're talking about playoff Mumbai Indians. You know, once they get there, you know what happens, right?
True. You never know. But, you know, Rohit Sharma has not scored, runs in a few stages, so he's also warming up. You know,
Exactly.
And Rickleton has not scored either. So, you know, they have. It's coming. It's coming for Mumbai too.
They might replace Rickleton and bring Bristol in. You never know.
You never know. But what I'm saying is, you know, looking at the thing, it was a very easy win for Punjab, particularly this game.
Right. But in my opinion, I think they're gonna use Deepak Chahar more. And they will possibly try to use Hardik Pandya, like he will try to use himself within the power play 1 to 2 overs, because, you know, he wants to create as much space for Jasprit Bumrah to take the last 3 overs. If he can only do 1 over at the very beginning, so that's why they start with Deepak Chahar, because once they take the wicket, they would rather have Hardik Pandya from the other end, because the pressure is on.
I personally really want to see either Punjab or RCB win this time, because they've never won it, and I think this is the time for underdogs now, you know, and they've really been proving themselves with games like these.
As we talk about role challenge, RCB as a batting unit, they always have done that. You know what I mean? They have chased the totals. If you look at the last game, few games earlier, Romario of course scoring 51 odd in like 12, 13, 15, 16 balls. So Punjab and Royal Challenge Bengaluru being at number 1 and 2, of course, we won new team to win IPL, because that's going to create more excitement. And I think Punjab has a solid chance, followed by Royal Challengers as well. But as I said, there's some hiccup for RCB. I think Punjab is in safer hand. I still feel there's a number one team for me to win the. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna ignore Mumbai or Gujarat. Mumbai has a very valid chance of winning this IPL too because they are a very balanced side as Punjab is at this point of time. So for me, the two finalists is gonna be Punjab and Mumbai.
It's Mumbai, so you never know when they're gonna get to the finals. You know, it's Mumbai. It's very unpredictable. So yes, I agree with you on that for sure. And Punjab, I mean, they've very balanced batting, bowling wise, and they haven't really lost the players compared to other teams. You know, some international players have already left.
Yes.
But Punjab has been pretty lucky. They've only lost like one or two.
And they have a cool captain. Just we cannot ignore the fact like who leads the side. You know what I mean? Like when you have a better captain who puts his brain, it's very cool. He's very like, you know, if you look at him, you don't see him frustrated. He's very, you know, he keeps his nerves. You know, he knows what he's doing. You know, he, you know, kind of always boosts the players up. And batting wise, he shows that he's batting how cool contender he is while batting. You know, so even you have to chase 300 if Shreyas is there. I don't know.
Definitely. And I mean, I still remember in Delhi Daredevils, actually, before it was Capitals, when Gautam Gambhir left the captaincy middle of the season, he was the one to step up. So you could see it from the beginning. And I've been a big fan of Shreyas since the beginning, especially as a Delhi fan, you know, when he like stepped up when we needed him. And now he's doing the same for Punjab. So how could you not like this guy?
Right. He did that for KKR too.
KKR too, actually, yeah. So, I mean, he's the guy to step up.
Right.
I'm excited. I really want to see him in the final.
Right. I just have to put a little bit of salt.
What's your prediction?
Yeah. I see Bangalore and Mumbai playing this final.
Okay.
Predict Punjab versus RCB.
I'm pretty sure Mumbai is gonna win against Gujarat. That's what I make my feelings are. Means, you know, I think Mumbai has a better side than Gujarat. They have stepped up a lot lately, and Gujarat losing 2 games back to back. I think Mumbai has an upper hand of winning this game against Gujarat in Eliminator, and then it's gonna be RCB versus Mumbai. So I think, in my opinion, right, and then I hope, you know, RCB loses, Mumbai gets in, and Punjab wins the title.
Okay, that would be best scenario for you. But let me remind you, the last time Punjab and RCB faced each other, RCB actually won the match, and it was a pretty big.
What's your thought, Asik? What's gonna happen on 1, 2, 3, 4? And Sharvani can tell me too, like what's gonna happen, like who's gonna win? Okay, Punjab and Royal Challengers. Who do you think is gonna win this game?
I feel like it's going to be Royal Challengers winning this game, Brad.
Okay, why?
I don't know. I just have a feeling they're gonna chase and they're gonna score.
Okay, great. And then what happens if against Gujarat and Mumbai?
I think it's going to be Mumbai.
Okay, so you're saying the second qualifier is gonna be Mumbai versus Punjab.
Right.
Yes, and who do you think that is gonna win this game?
I feel like Mumbai is gonna go to the finals this year.
Okay, so you're eliminating Punjab. I get that. So you're saying Mumbai and RCB is gonna be the finals. What's your take, Sharvani, on this? What do you think?
I am completely gonna be honest, from my personal point of view, I really want to see a new winner for IPL to make things more interesting, and I think Punjab and RCB both really deserve it from the way they've been performing from the start. So I either want Punjab or RCB to win. So Punjab versus RCB in the finals.
So we have three different aspects right now. Yeah. So interesting, right? So Sharvani saying Punjab versus RCB in the final. Ashik saying Bangalore versus Mumbai, and I'm saying Punjab versus Mumbai.
Okay, now we can come back next week and then see who actually got the predictions correct.
Right, guys, how about this? I have an idea. How about we take the 4th vote? We have our producer, Mr. AJ. He's always behind the scene. I think it's time he shows his face and he gives his voting too. AJ, could you please? So we'll just
knock.
We'll just wait.
Is somebody there? Is someone there?
We caught him cheating, huh?
We have a question for you, AJ. Okay.
For me?
Ashik, yeah. So we're talking about the top 4, right? So basically, what I'm saying is Punjab versus RCB. I'm saying Punjab's gonna win.
Okay.
Ashik saying, you know, RCB is gonna win. And then, okay, let's talk about the finals. Okay, we say for me it's Punjab versus Mumbai. For Sharvani it's RCB versus Punjab, and for Ashik it's RCB versus Mumbai. What's your prediction? What do you think is going to be in the finals? Who's going to be in the finals?
My prediction is RCB, and from the top Punjab.
Okay.
So the top 2 will be in the final.
I think he's gonna say this RCB versus Punjab. I could read his mind.
My
I think
prediction is RCB will win the first
the
eliminator.
uh-huh.
Yeah, first eliminator. They will go through. Punjab will bounce back nicely on a good chase, and that will make everything super interesting. That's my guess.
No. So let's see. Punjab versus RCB. You're saying RCB is gonna win. I get it.
Yeah,
So now RCB is already through to the finals. Get
yeah.
it? Gujarat and Mumbai. Who's gonna win? The
Okay.
eliminator.
Gujarat and Mumbai. Gujarat does not have a chance. I see Josh Buttler is gone. So
That's what my feelings are too.
so I have doubt
Gujarat.
on Gujarat. So
Okay.
so the Delhi.
Mumbai.
I'm sorry.
Mumbai.
Mumbai's gonna.
Mumbai.
Yeah, Mumbai's gonna get that.
And
Get
now
that match.
Punjab and Mumbai is gonna play, and who's gonna win the game? You're saying Punjab's gonna win it, and then Punjab and RCB is in the finals, and RCB is gonna win the title.
Yes, that's my thing.
We don't know who's gonna win the title, but I agree with Adrian. Mumbai wins, and then Punjab. Sorry,
Okay.
RCB wins. Then Punjab and MIK. Punjab goes to the final.
So
RCB
for me, Punjab, I want Punjab to win. What do you think Sharvani should win?
I think
Pick one.
Punjab deserves.
Why?
I think
AJ.
RCB.
Shit.
Mumbai.
I knew that. All right, interesting.
But then who see King Kohli lift the IPL trophy for him? He deserves it.
I
I
don't
mean-
want to see him win at all. I want to see him another
No,
season.
You know, the only ones who deserve it who plays better that day.
Punjab.
no. The thing is this.
Actually-
See, this is all about the. Now we are in such a place, such a stage that it's all about momentum. Right, this point, RCB they pulled up such a good game last time. Now it's in their head. It's just about winning 2 games. That's it.
True.
If they can pull up last game like that, they can win anything. But they also know that their bowling is terrible. They need to do really good on bowling. Kohli will still contribute, nice, and we'll see some history written down, some more history from Kohli's side. He's already writing down already. So
What do you mean? Is he going to put 200 runs?
I want Kohli to come back again as a captain and win the title instead of like
No, that's
changing
not gonna
multiple.
happen.
Changing multiple captain is not something that I would like, to be honest, in RCB. You know, there's Paditar, then you change it to like somebody.
Maybe that's
else.
the history he's talking about on the goal with
no,
the.
he's not going to come in as a.
And I'm happy that Devdutt Padikkal is out. So
Yeah,
happy.
he's gone. He's
So for
gone.
RCB, that's a blessing.
I think you said that on first couple of episodes
I'm
that
telling you, man.
what is this guy doing?
Why
here?
is this guy doing? One of
I
the worst
remember
players
that.
I've seen. I don't even know how
He
come
wasn't
to
having
him.
the year
But
anyways.
actually performed there for RCB
No,
last
but
match.
what I'm saying is, Sarvani, if I get 18 games, I perform 2 games. It's natural. That's what
Okay.
it is.
Now I will tell you guys something. This is 2025. You're for underdogs. You saw Tottenham, they won trophy. Harry Kane won trophy first time. Now it's time for cricket. King Kohli to lift the IPL trophy.
And see,
Shreyas Iyer.
like I said, it's like nobody will be surprised if RCB wins, except Pardhan. It's
RCB?
like
100% surprise. It's fixed.
No more RCB. Only
If RCB wins, it's fixed.
What
It's
it is,
fixed.
nobody else would be more surprised if RCB wins than RCB team players themselves.
Okay, on this wonderful positive note, this is the end of today's episode. Very interesting, very fun conversation. We all have very different opinions about the finals, but of course, we can all come back next week and see who actually got the predictions right. The title race
winner, right here.
heated up. Yeah, the title race is very heated up, but so is our excitement. We're all heated up and we're so excited. So don't forget to join us again next week where we find out who ultimately wins the IPL 2025 trophy. Till then, stay tuned to iCaptain Media. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys for the wonderful episode.